Welcome to Inside Drug Discovery. This video presents a new drug, Foundayo, which was recently approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. This video focuses mostly on the medicinal chemistry properties of the drug instead of its therapeutic benefit in patients. Foundayo was approved on April 1st, 2026. Foundayo and its approval were part of the FDA's new Commissioner's National Priority Voucher Pilot Program with the goal of shortening the review process. Foundayo is approved for the reduction of excess body weight and maintenance of weight reduction in adults with obesity or overweight adults with at least one weight-related comorbidity. As Foundayo is on the market, I suspect that the number of indications will steadily increase. Foundayo's active pharmaceutical ingredient is orforglipron. The drug is administered orally once per day in a dose of up to 17.2 milligrams, but the initial dose is 0.8 milligrams and steadily titrated up from there. The sponsor for the NDA is Eli Lilly. A link to the prescribing information insert of Foundayo is shown on this slide as well as in the video description. Orforglipron, the API in Foundayo, acts as a partial agonist on the glucagon-like peptide-1 receptor. The compound has a Ki on the GLP-1 receptor of 3.2 nanomolar. The fact that orforglipron is a partial agonist is interesting. The established monthly injectable peptide ligands for the GLP-1 receptor, namely semaglutide and tirzepatide, are both full agonists on the GLP-1 receptor. Orforglipron binds differently in the transmembrane region rather than on the extracellular loops, and leads to its different response profile and reportedly reduces desensitization, which may make orforglipron more effective for maintenance dosing. The physicochemical properties of orforglipron are on this slide, and this compound is an absolute beast. Its molecular weight is quite high, as is the calculated log P. Regardless, the compound does manage to be orally absorbed. Just based on these properties, I would certainly expect the oral bioavailability to be quite low, even borderline not absorbed. Here are some selected PK properties. Remember my expectation that oral bioavailability will be terribly low? It's not. It's actually quite high, at 77%. The compound is cleared slowly to help drive a longer half-life. Patients will need to take many doses before they ultimately achieve anywhere near a steady-state concentration of the drug. Orforglipron is metabolized by CYP3A4, with the prescribing information reporting several oxidative metabolites. There are numerous potential sites of oxidation. With regard to excretion, the drug is almost exclusively excreted in the feces as metabolites. Foundayo carries a number of warnings and precautions. I'll highlight the bottom one: risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. It is shown in a box because it is indeed a boxed warning in the prescribing information. I admit I was alarmed at the number of warnings and precautions, but nearly this exact list of warnings is also found in the prescribing information for the peptide GLP-1 ligands, semaglutide and tirzepatide. I'm not diminishing the severity of these warnings, but semaglutide has now been on the market for a number of years, and its adoption is only increasing despite these same listed risks. Specific adverse reactions reported by at least 5% of patients are shown here. Nearly all are GI tract-related reactions. That brings us to the end of this summary of the NDA approval of Foundayo, which was announced by the U.S. FDA on April 1st of 2026. Foundayo contains orforglipron as its active pharmaceutical ingredient. Foundayo is approved for reduction of excess body weight and maintenance of weight reduction in adults. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Take care.